Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey Troxel. First, I'd like to thank our Patreon and PayPal supporters for supporting the show. Those are our financial supporters. Without them, we couldn't do the show. If you ever thought about how can I help, how can I be part of this, that's how you can help. You can become my financial supporter. There's a link in the description below this video on how you can get started. And they do get the videos 48 hours ahead of time. Sometimes there's some stuff we put out there that doesn't go to YouTube, that goes just to Patreon and to the PayPal supporters. So they get that too. All right, I think today I'm just going to take you along on what I'm doing for the day. I'm getting a late start today because I just filmed some podcasts with Deb for our podcast, Plant-Based Besties. If you're not following that, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's called Plant-Based Besties, wherever you get your Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. It's just me and Deb talking about, I don't know, getting older and plant-based lifestyle. And sometimes it isn't about plant-based, it's just about like getting older, right? So if you follow the two of us, that should be your favorite podcast. It's a monthly podcast. Sometimes there's 2 episodes a month, but usually 1 episode a month. We have special guests. We've had some really good guests. We've had Scotty B. We've had Forrest Nash. We've had a bunch of people on. It's going really well. I think we've got over 3,000 downloads. So check us out on Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts. It's called Plant-Based Besties. All right, and then today I'm going to start with breakfast, although it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to make some bagels for breakfast. I have a recipe video, probably up here somewhere, that shows me and Lex making this in detail, and I'm not going to go into, the overhead camera and all that. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll follow along. And there is a recipe for this on the website, www.plantbaseddads.net. I'll have a link to that recipe in the description, so you can click on that link and go right to the website with the recipe, and there's actually a printable PDF. You can click on it and it'll give you a PDF and you can print it like a recipe page to put it to your book. So there you go. All right, ready to make some bagels? Let's get started. All right, I've got my recipe book here. It's all my recipes. I need to create a cookbook. I know it's been years. I need to create one. I don't even know how to go about getting my recipes online into a cookbook format without doing it manually in Canva. Although I have a student that says she wants to do it, and she's in 11th grade this year. I may take her up on that and just cut her in on whatever whatever it makes, give her a percentage. So I don't know. I need to get this done. So anyway, let's start. We're going to do 140 grams of vital wheat gluten to start with. So I've got my scale right here, set the grams, and I'm just going to put in 140 grams. So let's see what that is. I've got about 46. All right, 100. That's just going to be close right here. 132. 134. If you go over a little bit, that's okay, but you want to have the exact same amount of flour and vital wheat gluten. 135. That should be good right there. All right. All right, so we're good there. Now we've got my flour over here. All right, so I want 140 grams of flour. So this is just, I don't know, unbleached flour from Costco. I'm going to reset my scale to 0, and I'm going to put in 140 grams. Now the flour is a lot more denser than the vital wheat gluten, so there'll be a lot less flour, even though it'll be the same weight. And it's not as dense as the vital wheat gluten. Be careful at 130 there, 141. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me get rid of this. All right, after that, you need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm just using this Rumford or whatever it is. And I need 2 teaspoons here. So 1, 2, there you go. All right. After that, I need 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. So I've got some sea salt right here. It's a pink salt. Pop that in. There you go. So those are my dry ingredients. So let me get this off the scale here. And I'm going to whisk up my dry ingredients here. I want to get them all combined. I normally don't use, when I'm cooking, I do not use these clear glass bowls because they don't have really deep sides and stuff flies around. I always use the big metal bowls, but then you can't see inside them. So for the videos, I use these glass bowls, but that's something I would normally use. Although I do use them a lot, so. They do have covers, which is really nice too. So if I'm making something I'm going to store, I can just throw the cover on it. All right, so that's looking pretty good right there. All right, that's our dry ingredients. They're well combined. Now we're going to add some yogurt. This is one serving of our Instant Pot Greek-style yogurt recipe. There'll be a video right here on how we make this. It makes 6 servings. This is 1 serving. This is about 150 grams. So if you're buying store-bought yogurt, it's 2/3 of a cup. That's what it is. So I'm going to dump this in here. I'm going to grab one of these mason jar spatulas. Tim has a spatula for every occasion. He has a set of these that has all these different ones that you might need. This one's the mason jar one. There'll be a link in the description below. You can get these from Amazon. If you're like Tim and need just the right kitchen gadget. I always make fun of him, but this one's really nice. It just takes it all out in one shot because it's designed for the mason jar. It's very nice. I like to just get it all because that's kind of the protein right there. Well, that and the vital wheat gluten. So there you go. Next, we're going to put in the water. So we need 1/3 of a cup of water. So I've got 1/3 of a cup here that I was using for to dish out the flour. So 1/3 of a cup, and then an extra tablespoon or so. It depends on your altitude. I'm going to leave the extra tablespoon out because I'm in Arizona and the altitude's different. So I'm going to start with just this. And I'm going to start moving this together with, I don't want to use my hands, but I think I'll wash my hands. I will do that. First I'm going to go wash my hands and then I'll do a spatula and I'll use my hands if I need to. All right, I throw an apron on because I'm wearing a white shirt. And I don't really want to get this stuff all over me, although that's probably what's going to happen because that's what happens in these glass bowls. All right, so I'm just going to mix this all together. At some point, I will need to use my hands. But for now, I'm just going to try and get it into a mixture here. Every time I make this, I'm like, I should have made it in the mixer, the stand mixer. All right, it definitely needs that extra tablespoon of water because it's really dry. So I'm going to pop that in here. Let's see if that helps it out a little bit. All right, I think we're at the point where I need to use my hands. All right, I've put some spray oil on my hands just so the dough doesn't stick to it, and that'll allow me to start mixing it all together. All right, and as you can see, I've got kind of this sticky dough ball here. It should be sticky like this, but it shouldn't be like wet and sopping. So if it's wet and sopping, then you'll have to add some more flour or a little bit of flour and vital wheat gluten together to mix it up. But otherwise, it should be just like this. Kind of sticky, but manageable. All right, once it's all kind of come together, it's ready to lay out and start cutting. So that's what I do next. You'll know it's ready because as you go around the bowl, it kind of picks up all of the pieces of dough that are laying around. All right, so now I'm going to take my dough and pop it right in the middle here. Now I'm going to have to break it into 4 even pieces because the recipe makes 4. So whatever shape I have here, I just want to make sure it's even all the way around. I'm just going to take like a pastry knife and cut it right down the center here. There you go. And then I'll take one of these and do the same thing, cut each one of these in half, and that'll give me 4. All right, I think that's good right there. So right about here. And this recipe does make 4 bagels. All right, and that gives me 4. The macros in these bagels are really good. They're like 30 grams of protein each. It's better than anything you get at the store. So you know, whatever you put on here, you've already got 30 grams of protein. So if you're going to add like lunch meats, you know, like vegan lunch meats that are high in protein, or you know, just an egg or something, then you're going to wind up with like a 40 to 50 gram protein breakfast on top of this. You know, with this whole thing, which is really nice. So, all right, there we go. I think this one's got a little more than it needs. I'm going to pull some of this off and throw this over here. I don't really want to weigh them all, but you could weigh them all so you have the macros correct and make sure that they're all the same. I mean, Lex is going to eat them, so I'm not too crazy about it. I'm going to have one of them. If I'm off a little bit, it's fine. All right, there we go. All right, so what I want to do here is kind of make a shape out of them, make a bagel shape. So I'm going to kind of roll it together here, and then I'm just going to start flattening it as I go along. Get going. And then I'll eventually get to the point where I'll pop a hole in it. So I'm just kind of pulling apart as I flatten here to kind of get to a big bagel shape. All right, I've kind of got this shape going here, getting there. I just don't want to put like a hole in it as I'm doing this in the middle of it. Like, I do want to put a hole in it, but I mean in the bagel part of it. All right, so I'm just going to pop my finger through right in the middle. And then as I'm doing that, I'll pull the insides out a little bit. And this will give me my bagel shape. I'm just going to go around and pull it where I need to so it's kind of even all the way around. You'll see what I mean if you're doing this. All right, so there I go. Bagel right there. That's number one. I'm going to do this before them. After that, we're going to put some water on. We're going to boil them for like, I don't know, 30 seconds on each side. Then we're going to throw them in the oven. All right, so I have 4 bagel shapes over here. These are ready to go. I don't know why this thing's so loud. I'm going to need to get a new one. But I'm boiling a pound of water here. All I'm going to do when the water boils is drop them in for 30 seconds on each side and then take them out. And that's it. And then I'll cook them in the oven. All right, you can't really see it, but the water's boiling. So I'm just going to stick one of these in there. And it'll float to the top. And when it does, it's ready to be flipped. It won't be more than 30 seconds. It's about halfway there. One side of it's up at the top. Just waiting for the other side to get there, and it's already there. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds here. All right. Then I'm just going to rotate it. Another 30 seconds, and take it out. You could go right to the cooking in the oven on this recipe. I grew up in New York watching the bagels go into the boiling water, and I feel like it just kind of gives them some plumpness when they do that. So, all right, there you go. And I mean, compared to this, I don't know, it looks like it's a little more plump to me. And I'm just going to do that with all 4 of them, one at a time, and that's it. And then we'll throw them in the oven. All right, I've got my air fryer rack here. I'm going to put some avocado spray oil that I put into this cup here on this. I'm going to brush this on. And I'm going to put some topping on here. And that's going to allow me to get the everything but the bagel seasoning on it, so it sticks. All right. It's just some spray oil. You can just spray it on, but I like to make sure I get it on, and squeeze it inside the holes and all that stuff. There you go. And then I'm just using this Kirkland Everything Bagel Seasoning. And I am just going to sprinkle some of that on here. I really feel like this makes the bagel. I mean, I like plain bagels, but why eat plain when you can have seasoning, right? Like, hello. And you do lose a lot of seasoning when you flip them, so you want to make sure there's plenty on here. All right, once I've got that, I'm just going to throw it onto my rack here, my air fryer rack, and then I'm just going to toss it in the air fryer. I'm going to cook them for about 15 minutes, and halfway through, I'm going to flip them. All right, let's get them into the air fryer and see how they turn out. Oh yeah, look at those. Holy smoke. All right, we'll let these cool for, 20 minutes and have some breakfast. I can't wait. All right, I am starving because it's the afternoon. I haven't had breakfast yet. So I'm going to cut one of these open and have a little cream cheese, and that is going to be my breakfast. These bagels are really, really cool. I'll put the macros up on the screen here, but I believe it's about 300 calories, just over 300 calories for a bagel, and over 30 grams of protein, 30 or just over 30 grams of protein. So they're really good. I'm going to use some of this Boursin dairy-free cream cheese, garlic, and herb. And I am hungry. These bagels are really big. They're a nice size. I mean, look how big that is. Like, that's huge. That's not just a regular bagel from Einstein's. There you go. Oh man, that's going to be good. Huh. Let's give it a shot. Oh, man. Oh. These are so good. Lex already smelled these and has already texted me, can you bring me up a bagel with cream cheese? So I'm going to make one for him. I'm going to eat this one. I'll see you at lunch. All right, it's the middle of the day. It's like 4 o'clock, and we're about to run the stores here. So I'm going to have a quick lunch. That bagel really filled me up. They're really big bagels, so, like, I don't know. I'm not that hungry. We have pre-cut fruit. This is watermelon in the fridge all week long. So it's Saturday now, but on Saturday and Sunday we go grocery shopping. Tim buys fruit and then cuts it all up like Sunday or Monday, throws in the fridge. And these are about 300 gram portions, about what it holds. And that's it. We just have fresh fruit all week long. So I'm going to have this bowl of fruit and then one of these only what you need OWYN protein drinks. You can get these at Costco. Although Costco doesn't have them anymore. That's where we got them from. But Sam's Club does. I normally don't have a membership to Sam's Club, but we got one because they're going to be selling Pokemon stuff. So, and then a $15 membership special. So we got that. These are pretty good. It's organic beef protein, organic pumpkin seed. Well, it's got some sunflower oil, sweetened with monk fruit, stevia, natural flavors, spinach, kale, broccoli. So one of these 200 calories and 32 grams of protein. The macros on this are freaking amazing. So it's way over the 1 in 10, which would be 200 calories and 20 grams of protein. And they're really good. They come with vanilla and chocolate. We get a whole case of these. I think there's 24 of them. I don't know how much they are. I just throw them in the fridge. So I can have this protein drink without actually making a protein shake. And it's small enough, there's not much to it. And I'll just have it with this. Now, Lex is hungry, so he can eat a whole bagel and then an hour later be really hungry. So Tim has these pizzas, these vegan pizzas, right? Made with the vital wheat and gluten crust. So this pizza has a whole bunch of protein in it. And he just makes them on Saturday or Sunday for the week in the little pizza oven we have. And this has got paper on it because they're usually stacked. And just throws them in the refrigerator. And then when Lex is hungry, if I'm at home, he'll make his own food. But if I'm home, he'll text me and say, can you heat me up a pizza and bring it up to me? So this is how things work here, which I know is ridiculous because Lex is going to be 20 years old this October. That's how it goes. Why do you ship yourself when Dad's doing it for you, right? So there you go. Who knows? I love doing stuff for him because one day he will leave and then I won't be able to. So I know some of you will be like, you need to cut the string, but I'm just not ready to do that. So when the time comes and it's time to cut the string, I'll cut the string. And he'll go. But that's not something I want to happen right away. And I don't think it's going to. I mean, he's doing one of these 3-year associate's degrees, where it's 2 years of college and an extra year for an industry certification. So he did a 2-year degree with video game production, and then he's specializing in this industry certification in sound, gaming sound, music and sound for video games. So that's an extra year. And then he'll go on to his other, his bachelor degree college, wherever that is, which I would like to be somewhere overseas, Japan or something, if he can get a scholarship, because now's a good time. He's got nothing holding him here. He could go abroad and start a life and really, do something outside of the U.S. So we'll see what happens, but that's where I'm pushing. All right, so I'm going to have my fruit here. I got my protein drink. That's my lunch. I'm not sure what happens next. It's Saturday, so we're going to sushi tonight. And if we go there, I'll take you and show you what we get there. I think we've changed things up a little bit there. Lex and I are, Tim, we're waiting for Tim. Actually, I don't know, but we are going to hit some stores, Target, Fry's. We got to do grocery shopping and try and grab some Pokemon merch while we're out. We'll take you along for that. All right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, we are at Fry's doing some grocery shopping.
And we're going to get a few things here. Tim's going to meet us at Iron Chef because he's just getting off of work. So that's what we're doing. We're at the We Bake Too Much area. There's Lex behind me. It's an area where if they bake too much stuff by the end of the week, they gotta get rid of it. And they put it on sale for like a quarter of the price. Lex will get like, bagels and that sort of stuff for himself. And like cookies or something. There you go. All right. We're going to go up and check the Pokemon machine cart, Pokemon machine in a minute, Pokemon cart machine in a minute, and see if we get anything out of there. All right, that machine didn't pay anything out, but earlier when we first came in, we hit it and got 2 packs of Destined Rivals. So we actually got stuff out of the machine already. So, but it's on a timer and it pays off at usually a certain hour. So that's why I hit it just now. But it must have changed the time that it pays off. So, all right. Back to grocery shopping. All right, Lex and I just hit a bunch of Walmarts, Targets, and Fry's, and we're going to show you everything we got Pokemon-wise when we got home. I went back to that machine at Fry's a few times, and I wound up getting 5 packs, and then some stuff at Walmart and Target, so we'll do that. But right now, we're walking into Lex and I walking into Iron Chef to grab some dinner, and Tim's meeting us here, so we'll pick it up in there. All right, so we've started eating our sushi. We've got our sweet potato sushi right here. It's a sweet potato simple, then Tim has a cucumber roll there. I don't like cucumbers. That's what we've started with so far. And we also had some deep fried spring rolls, which we already ate, but I forgot to film. So we're doing our usual thing, and I'll show you when the food comes out. All right, let me show you what we have for dinner here. It's the usual stuff. All right, Tim and I are having basically like this orange tofu with vegetables in it and some white rice. So you can see that. And we get this kind of all the time. We were getting the sesame tofu, but now we're doing this kind of General Tso type of thing with the vegetables in it. And then Lex is getting what he normally gets, which is lo mein noodles with tofu in there somewhere. Yeah, big piece of tofu. And then we've got our beverages right here. So that is our meal. All right, that's the end of our eating today. We're gonna, when we get home, we're gonna do a kind of show you everything we got from the store, and as far as Pokemon stuff. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are back from our day. So we just finished dinner, and here's what we got today. So over here, on my side here, is Walmart. Walmart allows you to buy 5 items for Pokemon, and we got there, and they had some stuff there, so we got much more there. We got this Hops Sensation Xbox right here. I don't know anything about these things, but what series is this? Do we know?
This is from Sword and Shield.
Oh, Sword and Shield?
We played it much old Shield. We gave up after 3 videos, because all it is a bunch of dialogue.
And then we've got a Pokeball tin, right?
This contains 3 packs and a sticker sheet? I didn't know it contained that. Apparently it contains a sticker sheet.
So there you go. And then we've been collecting these 2025 World Champion decks. It came down to 4 people in the World Champions last year, and these are their decks. So the purple one is Jose Cruz. We got 2 of those. The blue one is Riley McKay, right? We got 2 of those. And then the green one is Lao Fao Guan, and 1 of those. And we already have a bunch of these, so these complete sets for us, right?
I'm sorry if we pronounced that wrong.
Yeah, all right. And then we've got some of these packs where you have 2 packs, 3 cards, and a coin. Notice the 3 cards are the same on all of them.
It's an evolutions thing.
Okay.
This evolves into this evolves.
All right.
This evolves into this.
So these the exact same set, each one of these?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. So there you go. These are the evolution set right here, and that's what we've got right here.
And then my side is the Target side.
The Target limits us to 2, so we can each get 2 items.
So don't ask why there's more than 4 here. Just don't ask.
No, there's
4. There's 4. Yeah, sorry, I didn't pass math. So
did not. Arizona education. There you go.
So we got more champion decks because they had them there. And
right. So these are the same ones.
Our whole family thinks these are really cool.
We love them.
So we got these. So we got more of those. And
this is the other one, Yuka Okita.
Sorry if you pronounced that.
There you go.
And then they had a single packs of Chaos, the new set.
Chaos Rising.
We have like 40 of these, but
I went to the dollar store. They had a box of 24, and I bought the whole box.
Maybe don't go around telling people.
Yeah, I know. And then over there, at Fry's, we hit the machine, and it slowly gave out packs to us. So we ended up leaving with 5 packs of Pokemon cards.
We are going to go to a TCG trading card game show at the Cardinal Stadium tomorrow, Sunday. So we will throw some footage here if we have any of that. Otherwise, we may just end the video right here. I don't know. We'll see how it happens. I'd like to just get this video done, but I'll let you know. So anyway, that's our video for today. Hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell. You're notified every time I have a new video, usually every Tuesday. Leave a comment below on your thoughts. I do Pokemon. We are most likely going to have a table at a show coming up because we have so much merchandise. I spent so much money on this, and we need to get that money back.
Again, probably don't go around talking about that.
Well, they might as well. It'll probably be in November, so I'll let you know as we get closer to that. It's an investment. All the stuff is worth more than we paid for it. That's why we bought it. But we're going to have to get someplace to actually sell it. So, all right, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so it's Sunday. We're headed to the Cardinal Stadium, the State Farm Arena, and we're going to the front row TCG card show. It's a huge, stadium-sized card show with baseball cards, and Tim's making a muscle up there. Tim, I can't even see you. It's facing me. It's a huge baseball card, Pokemon card, sports memorabilia stuff, comic books, all that stuff. And we're going to see what Pokemon stuff they have. So we'll take some photos while we're there. We'll do a little montage. Let's go. Oh, Roman, if you're watching us, yo, what's up? Fuel your mind, feed the future. Compliment Omega Complex.
Omega Power without the fishy business.
Compliment Omega Complex is a powerful blend of plant-based DHA, EPA, ALA, and SDA omega-3 fatty acids derived from algae and ahi flour.
Omega-3s from the original source, algae. Same benefits, no fish, no compromise.
A daily intake of essential 3 fatty acids is critical for optimal functioning, from regulating your cholesterol levels to powering your nervous system. But certain omega-3 fatty acids are lacking in most plant-based and vegan diets. And vegan multivitamins often have unreliable dosages, if they even contain omega-3s at all.
The unrefined algae oil used in Omega Complex naturally contains other beneficial compounds, including carotenoids, omega-7, and chlorophyll. The ahi flower oil has an optional 4:1 omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, and the highest concentration of any plant-based source of the power omega-3 fatty acid.
Together, the environmentally sustainable oils in Omega Complex contain over 960 milligrams of omega-3s to support proper brain function, heart health, nervous system regulation, immune health, and so much more. Like all complement products, Omega Complex is third-party tested and developed through their transparent process. 100% compostable pouching, every order is carbon offset, and this one's important to me because I'm a teacher. Every purchase provides a plant-based meal to a child in need.
Love that.
Complement Omega Complex is plant-based, plant-loved, brain-boosting omega-3s made just right. It is smart nutrition and a sustainable choice. The good news is we partnered with Complement to save you 15% on your next order with the link in the description below this video and our discount code Plant-Based Dads at checkout. So now you can get your omega-3s without the fishy business.
All right,
Stop
stop
supplementing,
supplementing,
start
start complimenting.
complimenting.